Hi everybody, this is Omar Ruiz at the Orange County Investment Club, and I'm here on site here with Leo Clark, and I'm at a location here, one of his build projects here in La Mesa, California. Very cool stuff. He just gave me a overview of the whole project. So many nuggets of gold here. You know, he was giving me the general overview of how you got it, you know, your plans, where you're at this time, you know, and Leo, I'd love it for you to share with our members here. Tell me a little bit about the story when you were first looking to buy this property, because I know this has been in the process since what, 2014?
So this, where we're standing, is a half-acre parcel, and then there's another parcel over here that he'll pan over and show you.
So, see, there's a cat tractor there. Just behind it there, you could see a house there. That house was existing already, and it was part of the purchase. And if I pan this way, you could see here, he's already got the foundation layout. It's got street frontage there.
Yes.
I keep rotating. There's going to be a house just behind us. That's going to be
another second one.
Another house right there.
So there's 3 homes.
Three homes, actually 4. There was an existing one.
Yes, there was an existing home. That was in 2014. So this came at me in 2014. And they wanted to know if I wanted to buy, because I'm an infill developer. That's what I do. This is infill. And so the agent came at me and they wanted to sell that parcel, which is a half-acre parcel with a house and a pool, along with this parcel, which is the second APN number, and they wanted 1.1 million. And I knew then it was way too high, because in 14, that's when most of the building was starting to take off. And so I told them no way. And so it went away. I knew the agent, the siblings, it was in a trust. They went 2 years without an offer, 2 whole years.
And now you mentioned you already knew they weren't going to get any offers, because you said they weren't willing to subdivide.
They would not separate the APNs, so they wanted to sell both APNs together. And that house over there it's only a 1,600 square foot home. So who wants to buy a house for 1.1 million in this neighborhood? 1,600 square feet. Nobody.
Yeah.
So I knew that.
Unless you had your idea.
Yes, unless they had my ability to come do what I do, then no one's going to buy it. And I knew that. And so 2 years went by, and then they changed agents. That agent knew my agent, reaches out to my agent and says, does Leo know about this infill development project in La Mesa? And so we talked, and that was in the middle of 2016 now. And so we started talking, and I told that agent, what are they at? What's their price? Well, they've come down on price. They're a little under 900. I says, well, they're still too high. I says, my number begins with a 7. He says, well, what's the next number? I says, well, 0. He goes, oh, they're not going to go for 700. I says, well, that's my number. His name's Jeff. That's my number. I says, that's what I do. I study and how it's going to cost, what it's going to cost, where I'm going to have to spend my money. So that house and this parcel, we went on contract for $750.
But hold on. You did some inspection to back up your offer, right? Talk about that a little bit.
So I told the agent, I says, okay, we'll go on contract for $750, but I'm going to get, on that house, I'm going to get 7 inspections. I'm going to have 7 inspections done on that home, starting with the foundation, the termite, the roof, the sewer, a home inspection. We did every inspection you can imagine, and came back with all this stuff that it needed that we couldn't see.
And you said that it needed foundation
work, sewer work, wood rot throughout the whole back half of that house. So that budget went from about a $80,000 rehab budget to $130,000 off the inspections. So I said to the agent, this is why I need to be at 700. I says, this is my number.
So that's interesting. Now, and at this point, you still didn't even have a contract.
No.
All right,
so no, yes we did.
Oh, you
750.
Did?
We're on contract for 750.
Okay, got it.
On contract for 750.
So then at that point, it made sense to get out of the inspections.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
And so once we had our contract and we said, here's our inspections, here's our costs, here's everything that's going to take, we need to be at 700. We settled on 710.
Okay.
So it went from 1.1 million all the way down to 710 for both of these.
1.1 million to 750
To 710.
Awesome.
In a matter of 2 years and 5 months.
Wow.
And we put 350 on the house for that APN number.
So there's a house right there, 350. It's beyond the tractor there. You can see the roof on that. That house also has frontage on the street there.
Yes.
So that's great. Now you sold that house, right?
Yeah, we sold that house 2017.
2017. Okay.
Yes.
And I believe you said what you said?
600.
600,000. So you buy the whole land.
Yes.
710. You
Sell
sell the
that
house
for 600.
and you've practically recouped
almost
all of your investment there. Wow, fantastic! Wow, really great play here.
And then took almost 2 years. So from basically July, August timeframe of 17 until the end of 19 is when we got all our approvals and everything stamped and ready to go build. So we started building. We started on this project January 7th or 8th. And then right after we started, not too much into the project, the rains came. And man, the rains kicked our ass.
Well, before you get into the rains, lot line adjustments. This is what Leo's known for. So talk to us a little bit on this one here.
Right over here and over here are the corners of that backside lot. So that is a half-acre lot with the house off of Colony.
Yes.
So I knew I was going to take this and build on it, and I knew I could take that land, that back half of that parcel, and deed that dirt amount, which was 12,000 square feet, to this parcel.
Because essentially that house, the backyard of that house was all of
all
this.
All the way here, all the way to the corner where those flags are.
All the way to the corner?
The stakes.
Where the stakes are right there, just if you can see, let me see, I don't think okay, there we go. I can see it here. Yeah. So you see that corner right there, the brick corner right there? That's what he's talking about. So that house comprised of that whole second house where he's putting a second house on there.
So right away when we started rehabbing, I took the back lot line and I pushed it all the way towards the house.
So you can see now where that fence is. There's the brown fence. So, and you said there was a pool there. You decommissioned the pool so you can have the extra space, right?
Yes. So I turned that into its own 12,000 square feet of dirt. And I took that 12,000 square feet of dirt and I deeded it to this 24,000 square feet of dirt. So I basically turned this parcel into a 3/4 acre parcel by doing a lot line adjustment. And lot line adjustments can be done pretty quickly. So lot line adjustment, it took me about a month and a half during the rehab process. So we sold that house with the proper square footage of the dirt to the house. So basically, everything at closing April of 2017 was proper.
Awesome. So you do a lot line adjustment. Now you got the land to build another house on.
Right.
Very cool. Very cool.
And we could have built more here. This is zoned 7 per acre. So we literally could have built 3 instead of 2. I didn't want to go to 2-story homes because of the neighborhood. I didn't want to piss off neighbors and friends and so on.
Right. Okay. So, I'm going to scan through this neighborhood. You can see most of the houses here, they're single story here. You can see over here on this street, single story. The neighbors here, they're all single story, and that's good. You want to be.
So we're matching to the neighborhood. So these 3 homes are single story. These 2 will have ADUs, attached ADUs.
Oh, very good. Yes.
So each one will come with a rental component. These 2 will come with a rental component.
Very nice.
So when we go to sell and start marketing these, that'll be an amenity, a line item amenity to advertise for that.
Definitely a value boost there.
Yes. So yeah, all 3 are going up at the same time. We should be built out before the end of the year.
Okay.
And we're looking for buyers right now.
For buyers, so if you're looking to buy a brand new house here with an ADU, you got to talk to Leo here because Leo does great work. Let's talk about an interesting detail. This is something that, I would never know. I'm not a builder or developer, if I can hold this thing right. I'm not a builder or developer. But you mentioned something about the dirt here, the clay component on there, and this is something that really an experienced developer is going to know. Can you talk a little bit about that, Lee?
When we started inspecting the land, we got real soft, what are called compaction reports, compaction readings. So we knew we had a challenge. We didn't know how big of a challenge.
And when you say compaction, that means the dirt's too loose.
Yes, the dirt won't compact to a 96% absorption. So basically hard. You want hard dirt. You want it as hard as possible. So we were in the low 80s, and we knew we were going to have a challenge. So when we got into grading,
let me ask you, what happens when you got an 80? You know, 80.
You don't know if that's surface or if that goes down 20 feet that way. So you don't know what's under your feet until you start digging. Yeah. Well, not just sink. It won't compact. It's just too. It's soft. Too soft.
Okay.
So it's not hard enough in order to build on. So you don't know what's underground until you start digging. So right where we're standing is, we're quite high in comparison to where the original dirt was. But we took all this down 15 feet, and that's where we found the bad dirt. And so this whole parcel, because how we sit in this neighborhood, and we're talking, thousands of years.
Yes.
There's a clay vein about 10 feet down, 8 feet down, and it's pretty thick. And so this clay vein was a vein of dirt that went and wound through the neighborhood, and we just happened to hit it and find it. So we had to remove it. So we removed almost 100 truckloads of dirt.
100 truckloads of dirt. Yeah. You said that was at 15 feet. Did you say?
Yeah.
It
was actually down 5, the top of it.
Okay, so you go down 15 at 5 feet. You find this clay vein, and the clay vein goes down 15 feet further, 10 feet further down, and you had to scrape all that out. Get rid of that and bring in new dirt.
Bring in new dirt.
Wow. Okay, very cool. How about that, guys? That's not something. That's not the your typical real estate.
And yeah, no doubt. And for the most part, when you jump into this kind of work, this style of investing, this style of real estate construction.
Well, speaking of which, Leo, how long have you been doing it for?
Coming up 11 years.
11 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I've been building homes since 2000. At the end of 2012, I bought my first lot.
Oh, okay.
And I think I've showed your people my first purchase at one of our presentations.
Yeah.
So I've been building homes basically since December 2012, and I haven't stopped. My objective is to build 100 homes before I pass. I'm at 50, and so I love building homes. Love creating something that doesn't exist. So from that standpoint, anybody who's out there looking at a house from a rehab standpoint, you should be looking at how can I add value? Is it availability to add value? So
you're adding huge value because you're giving homes to more people instead of just one over there.
There's many things we could have done with that house.
Yeah.
There's so many things that we could have done with that house. We could have added an ADU. We could have improved the pool. We could have done so much there and built 3 here if we wanted to. Okay? We could have built 3 homes where we're standing. And taken that house, not do the lot line adjustment, add a 1,200 square foot ADU, add square footage to the house, and create a nice property with a pool. But we chose not to. And the numbers, when you do your numbers, because when I'm analyzing a property, I've got 8 exit strategies I'm looking at. 8.
Interesting.
So when I get a house that is brought to me from somebody, wholesaler, agent, whoever, I start analyzing it from one exit strategy to the next, and the next, and the next, and the next. And the exit strategy showed that this was the way to go.
Fantastic. Wow, very, very exciting stuff. I know you've been very persistent on this with sellers.
Yeah.
You came up with a great plan here where you're going to be providing housing here now to several families, as opposed to just the one over here, or even just the 2 over here. And I know you've had a few little issues there, Mother Nature, kind of came in with the rains and all that.
If you look at my Facebook page, you go back on the threads, and you go far enough back to February, March area, you'll see how much rain impacted this project.
Yeah.
So it put us behind a few weeks, but we're catching up.
And I believe you said you're looking to wrap this project up by the end of the year.
By the end of the year, we want to be built out. So this is, if everything goes as planned, these homes will be ready to be moved in before Christmas.
Very cool. I definitely would love to come back. I know you said that you're going to do a foundation pour here
Yeah.
shortly after Father's Day there.
Yep.
If I'm not in a due diligence project, I definitely have to come out and take another video and show the members about that. But wow, this is a very cool project for me, just walking around here, listening to how it all unfolded here for Leo, and it's just very cool for real estate guys like that, for me to see something like this, hearing the story. I love hearing these kind of things. And I know, Leo, we talked about having you come on I don't know if we'll be back to having meetings. We haven't had any meetings in a while because of the whole shutdown COVID thing. But we're talking about doing a Zoom virtual meeting there, and so keep an eye. So that'll be in August, I think we talked about there.
Yeah, because it's kind of cool, because I presented, I think, last March at your meeting. I think.
Yeah, yes.
And I showed this property that we had, that we were putting in place and going through the process. So for you to be out here a little over a year later, seeing, the transformation of it, it's kind of cool.
I definitely think these are the kind of projects that everybody talks about. The lack of affordable housing out there, the lack of housing out there. There's just, the demand is so huge right now for housing. Even though there's things going on in the economy, since the recession, the big builders, they just have not been able to build enough housing, especially here in California, where you got all these regulations, you got a lot of NIMBYism, and we're dealing here with a government and political climate that, let's just be honest, they're not very friendly to developers.
For the most part, no.
For the most part,
this city is.
This city is? Okay.
There's about 3,000 doors in the city's pipeline that's coming in the next 5 years. Oh. So this city is very proactive in creating doors, whether it's apartments, single-family homes, mixed use. They're very proactive in creating units.
Sounds like you're in the right place then.
Mesa's a good city, absolutely.
All right, well there you go, folks. So keep an eye out. In August, we'll have Leo present. If we're not open, it'll be a virtual Zoom meeting. That's a big thing right now. So keep an eye out there, and we'll see y'all next time. Take care, everyone.